Hello. So I'm here making layout, and I'm basically using a technique where I'm using gesso, and I'm just going to pilot it on thick on this piece of white cardstock. And what I'm doing is I'm creating a resist. It works better with watercolor after it dries, because if you pilot the gesso on kind of thick, you get the globs and the lines and all of that stuff, and then you take the watercolor and you go over it and dry it or wipe it off, and you'll get a better resist. I, however, wanted to use the gold paint, so I'm gonna water it down and use it like that, but it works better with watercolors than it would with acrylics. So I layered that on quite thick, and I'm using my heat gun to dry it, as you can see here. And I am working with this picture that's from my wedding, and it was during our dance, and it's black and white, and it's the back of my husband, and it's the side profile of me smiling, and I have a title in my head that I'm working off of, so I know in which direction I want to go. And so I watered down the gold paint, and I am just putting it on this gesso, and you can see the texture. It's showing quite actually well right now on the camera, and I'm just going to pat some of it away as well. So the colors I'm going for in this later are going to be gold and mints and aquas and pinks. Very pastel-y colors, but I love how they look with the pop of gold. So I'm using crepe paper DIY 6x6 pad. That's the piece behind the picture at the moment. It's kind of like a vintage Instagram picture. It's really pretty and has the colors I want to work with. I'm off camera right now. I'm using a border punch from Martha Stewart. It's that doily lacy look, and I just punched the side of that one paper right there. And here I am, I'm just playing around with the layers because I'm not really sure how I want them all to go. I just know I want layers, and I'm going to make a cluster of embellishments, and my title is going to be, pop out on the side. So I'm just playing around, and that's the best thing to do is just take, your scraps and play around with your layers and see what you like best. So as you can see, I added a wood grain paper over to the side. That's pink paisley. It's very old. It's like 2 or 3 years old, and I just love it. This is one of those SEI flower chipboards that has a resist on it as well. I think it's for like their special markers or something. I don't know. I got it as a free gift from 2Ps, and I just painted this light robin's egg blue. And I'm just placing some of the Dear Lizzie Polka Dot Collection embellishment stickers here and there. And that's that really cute camera that I've been saving because I haven't been sure what I wanted to do with it yet. And I'm going to look for more embellishments and stickers through my collection, see what works best with the embellishment cluster. So at this point, I think I'm going to use a banner, like a party banner thing across the top. This is from crepe paper. I don't wind up using it. It's too much blue to me going on that left-hand side, so it's not going to stay. And that's just a little tag that says I love you, or I forget what it says, but at the end you'll see it in the picture up close. I apologize. So I'm just going to start getting everything taped together. And at one point my ATG gun gets all tangled up as usual. I had problems with adhesives and paper cutters. That's my problem. So I'm just taping this all down and that's like my base, and getting my picture down, and then I'm going to start gluing and tucking and taping all of these embellishments and just layering away. So I just wanted to take a moment and say hello to my newest subscribers. I've had a couple this week. So hello and welcome to my channel. It's great to have you. And right now I'm just taking some some gold paint, and I'm just rubbing some on that flower so it's like a gold blue. It looks so pretty. And these are the white photo counters. I'm just adding them onto the picture so they pop out against those layers. And this is a little banner from My Mind's Eye Lost and Found collection, maybe like 2 years ago. It says I love you, or I think it says I love you, but I tucked it on that top right hand corner. And I keep thinking I want a banner up there, so I'm just playing around, and eventually I ditched the idea. And this is from the Crepe Paper Valentine collection, I think from last year, and it's just a sheet of borders, and that one was like a blue doily, and this one's like a measuring, like a ruler, vintage ruler with a little thing that says measurement of love, and I'm just tucking that in on top to even distribute the weight a little better, because I have those clusters down in the left-hand corner. I want a little bit something on the top right hand. So I'm just looking for more stuff to just tuck and stick down. This was a little bad. It said hello there, and or hello love, and it just didn't work for me because that curve really threw me off. So there's a little circle. It says love you, and then I'm using these little arrows. They're like an aqua ombre, and they go from dark to light. And so I have a little bit of problem making them like straight. But I like how the arrow goes from there, and it kind of goes off to the picture. I'm just looking. I have these little tags, and they're from a Crepe Paper collection as well. You know, I thought I was going to use that, but I don't. No, I think I start to concentrate on my title. So I think I'm digging. Oh no, not yet. I found this little like chipboard thing. It had hearts on it, and that one of those glitter hearts comes back in. And I think I'm going to use it on this layout, but I can't really make it work. It's too bright and it's just too big. So there's my title, and it's "And We Danced," and I'm using the raw chipboard thickers, which I love because you can make them up any way you want. You can glitter them, you can paint them, you can stamp them. I think we all know that the possibilities are endless. And what I'm doing is I'm just rubbing some gesso on them, so give them some texture as well. And I'm using my finger a lot because my paintbrushes, I just feel like the finger, I could just like, you know, rub it on and get a different kind of effect. And then I'm just drying them. And I've had these for quite a while, so I wanted to use them. And I'm just rubbing that blue paint that I used on the flower on them, and I like the way it looks because I'm not completely covering over that white gesso, so I'm getting a very distressed look. And I love the way they came out. And it was really easy. So I'm just putting some sequins and buttons here and there. I have gold stars, gold sequins, blue sequins, white sequins, and I'm even using some tiny little buttons just to give some dimension. I didn't want to overdo it with stuff on that background because I think the background is nice as it is. That gold paint. It doesn't really show very well in the video, but up close and personal, it's really nice. I'm going to do some splatter, and I do some white splatter on the gold. It doesn't really pop out, so I move on to my watercolors eventually. So I'm just doing some white splatter here and there, and then I'm going to use some light blue watercolor. And that works much better for me. And I'm going to dip into some darker blue as well. And I'm just splattering that everywhere. There's no rhyme or reason to my splattering. Just drying it up so I don't smudge. We were getting hit with a massive snowstorm today, and I didn't know about it until like yesterday afternoon, so we were much stuck in the house. What a better day to scrapbook than during this snowstorm. And I tend to scrapbook more when the weather's colder, because we seem to be out more when it's warmer and you're at the beach and what have you. So there's my title. It says "And We Danced," and I have these gold stickers. I think they're Recollections or maybe from Michaels, and I'm just putting "And We Dance Like the Waves of the Ocean Romance." And if any of you know that, that's an 80s song, and I'm a huge 80s buff, and I had the DJ play mostly 80s music at our wedding, but I thought that was a really sweet title for this because we were dancing. And I've sped this up because there's a lot of little meticulous things I did on this layout that I just figured, you know, just to make it faster instead of watching every little bit and piece of it. So I'm just spelling out that title, lowercase, uppercase, whatever I could find on those two sheets, because I really wanted to use those letter stickers. And I forgot I had them. I forgot I had a lot of letter stickers, so I've been taking them and putting them where I can reach them and use them. And I finished that title. And then I'm thinking, what else should I do? Because it feels like it needs something. So I'm just going to do like a very light, wispy gold border around the whole thing. And I think I like it. So that's the end result. That's up close. And there is the layout. Thanks for watching. Bye.